Hello, everybody. It's Phil from Roll Alone Solo RPG playthrough again. So we'll be running session 2 of the playthrough. We're just picking up from where we left after the first session, the continuing adventures of Granville and Bobo. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. I'll just do a brief session recap now, and then we'll get on to diving right into the adventure, let's say. So, the first session, Granville Dajon, the forest gnome Wizlock, has been fighting in the border wars. He comes back home to his Dajon residence, and as he arrives, he finds six mysterious figures riding off into the distance. When he makes his way towards the house, he finds his um, goblinoid manservant Bobo face down in the shallow grave, and running into the house, he manages to find. We'll just have a check here on the chat. Somebody's just put something in there. He manages to find that his poor, dear departed grandma's body has been desecrated as far as he's concerned and tied to the chair. He finds that the house, the contents have been scattered and everything that was of value has left the property. So he decides to take his goblinoid companion and set off in the direction of Hexford, the town that he had previously visited. Yeah, so he sets off in the direction of Hexford to see a known contact called Captain Jack. And this contact is who he believes will help him to try and find these bandits or these terrible people that have broken in to his residence. So he heads off in that way, and as he does, he has a few encounters in the woods. He goes through the forests, over the hills, and into the village, the town of Hexford. And along the way, he gets assaulted by some bandits. But him and his goblinoid companion Bobo manage to overpower them, and it all turns out all right in the end. And they manage to get to Hexford mostly unmolested. So I did promise you some fan art last time. Well, not fan art, because I've drawn it, so it can't be fan art unless I'm saying that I'm actually a fan of myself. I don't think even I'm that vain. So let's have a go here. Let's see if we can. Yep, first character up. There we go. So that is our gnome Wizlock, Granville. There he is. Don't expect anything too amazing. As I said, I've drawn him myself. Hopefully it's not too horrendous to the eyes. Right. So that is Thingy there. And we have his companion now. I'll put his companion up here, Bobo. Now, the perceptive amongst you may realise that Bobo looks suspiciously like Granville. All I'm saying is that maybe Papa Dajon had a thing for the goblinoid help. As it is, Granville is not for acknowledging this. And also, when they get to Hexford, we said that they'd move into the Black Cow, and at the Black Cow they were meeting their contact, Captain Jack. And I've gone ahead and drawn a picture of Captain Jack here for you. So there is Captain Jack with his eye patch, looking somber, none too pleased that Granville has walked him through the door. And I'll just put the map up if I can here. Drop that over there. Yeah. So that should give you some idea now. Wrong version of the map, but never mind, I'll point some things out for you with the cursor then. So this here is a Dajon residence, and this here at the top is where Hexford is, just there where I'm putting the mouse. So that's Hexford, and at the moment we're in the Black Cow there with our three characters. Somebody's put Jack Pigeon in the comments here. Yeah, a poor man's Jack Sparrow, basically. Anyway, we'll minimise that now. We'll minimise out of these guys now that you've seen the art. Just go back to the stat sheet. So, walking in, Granville surveys the area. It's quite difficult for a gnome to do, being so small and quite a busy bar. So he climbs up the top, bringing Bobo's shoulders, scans the room, and manages to see the dour-looking face of Captain Jack there in the background. It's been suggested that it's Captain Jackdaw. Very good play on words there, thank you. So, yeah, he sees him scouring in the background, and then he decides to make his way over. So he makes his way over towards the dour-looking gentleman in the corner, the one with the eye patch, not looking too pleased about anything. And as he walks over, the one good eye watches him coming towards him. So he makes his way, Granville makes his way over to the table, pulls up a chair, and a second after that, you see that Bobo pulls up a chair. Captain Jack looks at Granville, eyes him over with his solitary eye, just looks him up and down. Well, look who it ain't. Looking at Granville, and Granville just replies, yes, well, the proverbial bad penny shows back up again as it is. I'm wondering whether you could help us at all. I have a little issue. He looks at him, Captain Jack's like, well, the last time I helped you didn't do me much good, did it? And he just taps his eye, the bad eye, obviously. Granville sort of, I never intended for things to come down that way. These things just happen in the midst of war. And anyway, at this moment, Captain Jack just lets out a low growl, but he looks at this goblinoid figure next to him and goes, Oi, Pipsqueak, you never told me you had a brother. And this is when Granville looks at Bobo and goes, what do you mean? What talk of brother? This is my goblinoid manservant, brother. Whatever do you mean? Captain Jack looks at Bobo, gives him a really good look, and then double checks, has another look at Granville like, is this guy for real? And Bobo just sort of shrugs his shoulders. Captain Jack sort of leaves it there because he isn't really getting any further in the conversation. But then, so what do you want anyway? What are you here for? Well, there were bandits, some sort of bad people that broke into our our house. Perhaps he's the help, but my house. They broke into it, and they desecrated poor Granny's body before we could bury her. Most sickening. Now I seek vengeance and justice upon these bad souls, and I know that you're in the business of bounty hunting and bad deeds. Is there anybody that I could think of who would help me on the way to find these bad fellows? I thought you came straight to my mind. And Captain Jack just looks at him as well. Lucky me, eh? You back here after all this time? I dare say there's a good chance that I could help you with that. But what's in it for me? Well, I'm really sorry, but as I say, they cleared me out. I can't help you with anything financial. Surely you could find it in the kindness of your heart to help a fellow, comrade in arms, as it was. Once upon a time we fought together on the front. Surely that bond counts for something. Captain Jack just gives him a withering look and, well, I suppose. What do you want me to do about it right now? Well, you couldn't give me any information about them right now, could you? Don't suppose that I can. I'll have to ask around all this type of stuff. But I do have some things you can help me with. Some little jobs that need tidying up. Granville looks at him. Oh, I'd be more than happy to help, but you know that. I'm always an amenable fellow myself. History says so, you remember. But there is a problem. We're a bit, well, Bobo and I are a bit short on supplies. No, makes very little money and not really any health potions or powders or anything to keep us in the fight, as they say. You couldn't advance a fellow a few readies, could you? Captain Jack just looks at him with the most withering look, and it's obvious there is going to be no money forthcoming at this point. And he's like, "Ah, well, it doesn't hurt to ask. If you don't ask, if you don't try, you'll never know." I do have a job that you could help me with, though. A little job, which would pay out a little bit of money, and then once you've got that money, you could get yourself some health potions, etc. All the stuff that you'd like to have in your backpack when you're chasing down these bad folks, as you say. Nothing too big. My cousin Dupree, has got a problem with his cat, and that problem is somebody's stolen it. Now, it's not a big enough job to send out some of my normal boys, but the fact that you've turned up in town, well, that's fortuitous, let's say, a bit of serendipity. I can throw that job yours and Bobo's way. You could help me out and then get yourself back on more of an even footing with myself. What do you say? Oh, well, what exactly do you require of us anyway? You said something about a cat. Sure, you don't have any lowly henchmen more lowly than I that could do it. Well, it's a retrieval job. That cat's been stolen, and it doesn't sit well with my cousin Dupree's pride to have his property taken. You should know yourself, talking about your ransacked house. So anyway, you go down, you bring cat back. Dupree's grateful. I'm grateful. It's all a good job. Well, yeah. We haven't got anything else going at the moment, and I suppose. Well, we do need the money, don't we, Bobo? Bobo just shrugged his shoulders. He doesn't look overly bothered, Bobo, but he's not doing anything else himself, so if it's agreed, he's going to do it. Oh, just trying to make me laugh here on the chat. Haha. Yes, so he sort of spits, offers out his hand to Captain Jack. Captain Jack, fortunately, looks down at his hand and he's wearing leather gloves, so he's like, oh well, fair enough. Shakes his hand. And that's it. So out of the Black Cow, Bobo and Granville set off, not without asking where exactly they think this cat is being held. Granville tells them that he's being held back in the woods a couple of days away in the direction that he has just come from. Well, Granville's a bit disappointed about this. It feels a bit like going 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but he decides he's going to go and do it anyway because he's short of options. So he's heading off back into the woods whence he came. Now, it would take him a day to cross the plain, well, 2 days to cross the plains back into the woods, a day into the wood. We don't know the cat's name at the moment. We're going to find out in a bit. So it's 2 days back into the woods, a day in the woods. So a day in the woods would be 1.5 days on the hex. So we'll call it 2 days. 2 days in the plains will be fine. That's 2 days. He's got 2 days worth of journeying to do, which means I'm going to roll on the encounter table twice to see if anything happens before he manages to get to this cave-like dungeon place that he's been told that this cat is being held at. So I will just go ahead and roll them here. Now, last time I showed you some of the tables on the stream, and a lot of people said that seemed a bit too crunchy, and the problem was it slowed down the narrative a bit. So I will just go ahead and roll, and we'll see how we go. Oh, that's nice and low. It's a 14, which means there is no encounter on the plains. Let's see if we have another encounter in the forest. Oh, we got a 53. in the forest. So that is encounter number 7. Let's scroll through and have a check how bad things are going to get. Oh, lovely. We seem to have entered a terrible scene unfolding in front of you. A dozen humans are crawling around with their innards spilled out, and some still alive, soaked in blood. A cart with merchandise is overturned, and a few people are moaning and others screaming. A woman in chainmail is trying to lift a sword. When a comparatively healthy young man sees you, he screams hysterically, "Robbers! They took our horses! Do you have water? Is anyone a healer?" "No, brother, don't fall asleep." Oh, Velociraptor swarm. Somebody's been watching Jurassic Park on the TV downstairs. It's not a Velociraptor swarm that's attacked him, I don't think. So what I'll do is I'll build this into the encounter. Just looking at the encounter, it appears that this is a sadistic trick by some slavers that have used animal intestines and buckets of blood to stage an ambush to try and lure the unwary traveller. Now, obviously, Granville and Bobo don't know this. They are going to walk into this trap unawares. We're going to have to see what goes down. So what I'll do is I'll roll a d6 to see how many bandits there are that are going to leap up and try and attack Bobo and Granville. So it says 4. So we'll count one of them as the woman, one of them as the guy that is roaming around, and then 2 more burst out of the woods and will attempt to hack and slash at poor Granville and Bobo. It's a dangerous time to go travelling through these woods. Last time Granville and Bobo were around about, they got attacked by bandits. Or maybe they're just bandit magnets. When they go, bandits just leap out of the woodworks at them. To be fair, though, if you saw a forest gnome and what appears to be a goblinoid, but we know is probably half gnome, half goblin, a noblin, which makes me laugh far too much. But if you saw 2 of these little guys wandering around by themselves, you would think they were easy pickings as well. 2 little tiddly fellas, all of under 3 foot between them, wouldn't even scrape a full-size human together. As a bandit, I'd try and take my luck there. I think that'd work out quite well. Right, let's roll the initiative for them. Let's roll Granville's initiative. It's been suggested that the woman is a level 12 cleric. No, she's not. Thank you. I'm not ready for that. It says here that there may just be some concerned hunters trying to keep the road clear of goblins. I'll have you know that Granville is not a goblin. You'd be very offended if you called him a goblin. Let's roll Granville's initiative. See what he gets. Is he going to roll that dice for me? Come on. Taking a second or 2 to make its mind up. So he gets a 15 initiative. Oh, he's been beaten to the drop by the bandits. Wonderful. Let's start here then. 4 bandits. Come on, anytime you want to open the short summary for me, that'd be nice. There we go. Right, armor cast 12, hit points 11, and an attack. Right, let's have a look here. This is a bit where I'm going to make sure that my sidekick kicks in. Gnomes are a problem in the woods. They disrupt traffic by getting caught under the wheels and flung into the axles. Oh, delightful. I can just imagine that scene. There's a mental image of this, just like a lemming type thing flying through the air. Right, so it has Defender Granville, so disadvantage on attack roll a creature within 5 feet of whose target isn't the warrior. Right, so they're going to have disadvantage when they try and shoot me. Yeah, so they'll all use the light crossbows to begin with. That's 4d20s, 1, 2, 3. Right, let's see how they go. So I'll say that 2 of them are going to try and shoot at me. Now, unfortunately, these will be with disadvantage because Granville is, well, Bobo is my defender. I'm basically using him as a meat shield. So 11 and 4, those aren't going to pass my armor. Well, 4 it actually was. So next one will fire at me, see how that one does. And that gets a 3, so that is no good. Right, 2 of them will attempt to try and shoot at Bobo. 1 of them manages to hit him, I think. Let me just have a check at his armor. Right, yep. So, see how we go here. So 1 of them gets through his armor, yes. And this bandit, when they do damage, they do 5 points of damage. So we'll take 5 damage there. Right, so it's my turn to get back at some of these bandits here. Fantastic. Let's smash a bandit or 2 now. Right. So we have an armor class of 12. What am I going to do with them? Yeah. Just see here. I think that action is a bonus action to put a hex on somebody, but I'll have a look. Yeah, so bonus action, that is a hex. So, yeah, I'm going to hex one of them. So we'll whack that hex on one of them. That's great. So bandit 1 we'll say has a hex on it now. Wonderful. The hex, that's my bonus action. I'm going to close the distance between us now and then attack them. So what did the bonus action do then? +2 to damage rolls and a score will hit them a 19 or 20. Okay. So I'm going to use my hex weapon now just to try and smash bandit 1 in the face. Okay, got an 18 plus 4. Was it +2 to hit? Was it +2 to wound? Damage rolls. Damage rolls. Excellent. Okay. So let's do the damage now. 6 plus another 2. 8 plus 2 for the hex. 10. 10 damage to bandit number 1. So they are barely still on their feet. They're reduced to 1 health point. Have that, you brute! Now Bobo is going to fire at bandit number 2. Right. Bobo, do thy worst. Don't know whether he's going to fire at you or whether he's going to just move in. He'll probably just move in like I have done. Yes, I was going to swing his longsword at them, so he'll get a +4. Come on, Bobo, make this one stick. Well, he got a 16 +4, so he got a 20. Damage that it would do on that. So he did two-handed slashing, so that's 7 damage on Bandit B. In your face. Well, in your face, down through the nape and right across the chops. Ah! So, right, so that is my goal now, so... Right, Bandit 1 is... Well, I think they're just going with their last dying action, going to try and attack me. Unfortunately, they're going to have to do that at disadvantage again because Bobo is by my side, patiently defending me. When I say patiently defending me, I literally mean that Granville is like dodging and weaving behind Bobo every time, every second, or any time anybody comes close to him. Right. So even at disadvantage, they got 13. So what I will do is I am going to use one of the features here, which I believe is Arcane Deflection. So I'm going to add +2 to my AC, which would take that to 14, which would take it above that strike, so he cannot hit me. It does just mean that next time if I attack, I can only use a cantrip. But last time I didn't do that anyway. I smacked him over the head with a quarterstaff as my hex weapon. I've been told that Hexblade's Curse is what I used, and that Hex is different. Fair enough, I knew I'd make a mistake here at some point. Right, and the next bandit is just going to try and attack me again, Bandit B. And they get a 10, so no luck. The next two will try and attack Bobo. Oh, both of them managed to strike Bobo. Poor Bobo is being hewn by these terrible bandits. Right, so 4 for the slashing damage. So he's taking 8 points of damage. He's definitely proving his worth as a meat shield here, isn't he? Right. Noddy's pretty face, it's just said here. Noddy's pretty nobbling face. Exactly. Right, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to use one of my spells here. Actually, no, because what we'll do is here we'll use his second wind. So that's fine. So what I'll do is I will smash... Yeah, I'll smash Bandit. I'll smash Bandit 3. I'll smash the third Bandit. See how we go. Well, I'll hope I'll smash them. Let's have a see here. We'll roll a dice. Oh, 17. That's nice. Yes, that's enough to hit them. Right, and let's give them another whack. So 5 plus 2 is 7, plus another 2, that is 9 to that one there. 9 damage on you, sir. Ugh, it's another spluttering, muttering one there. Ugh. Right. Bobo, let's get you back in the fight here. I believe with him being a fighter, he's got second wind, so let's drop some second wind on him. He has. So he is level 2, so it's 1d10 plus his level. Let's hope we roll high for you, little dude. A 9. Excellent. So he takes 10 health points back. He has used his second wind, though. Right. Now this is a bit where I have to find out is second wind a bonus action or not. Yes, it's a bonus action, so great. So he's going to swing his longsword again at the last bandit. $16, nice. So that other bandit is going to take 5 damage. No, 7 damage because he used it double-handed, didn't he? He's going to hew through them again. Hey, what say you, Bobo? Not too bad, eh? These guys are looking a bit roughed up. Not a scratch yet. How about you? Bobo's just like, ugh. Right, so we'll fire through the rounds here on round 3. So the two of them will do the same thing again. Two of them are going to try and slash at me. And that was a 2 at disadvantage. Well, 2 with the disadvantage. And the next one was a 9, so they both missed me. Now the other two are going to try and attack Bobo like they have been doing. Just been asked in the chat if Bobo should have got 13 back. Because I'm level 4, but actually Bobo is just a level 2 fighter, so he should have got 11 back. So in a second I'll give him an extra health point back for his second wind. Right, so one of them manages to hit him. That will do 4 slashing damage. So if we just take 3 damage off him, that'll work out the same. Right, now back to my turn. Yeah, I'm going to whack the first one that I put the hex on of the head with the quarterstaff again. Oh, 19, so that is a critical. Okay, so 1d6, maximum damage for that would be 6. Doesn't matter anyway, I think they've only got 1 health point left, so whatever I do, it's just going to smash him into the ground. So they're dead, so now that they are dead, I get plus 2 health points, well, temporary health points. And I think I can swap that hex over now as well, can't I? Hexblade's Curse, sorry. You regain 4 health points if it dies. Ah, that's different. It says you regain. So I'd have to have lost them in the first place. So I didn't lose any, so that's fine. Right, yeah, and that's Hexblade's Curse, so it's not actually Hex, so you can't transfer it across like you can with Hex. So that dies with them. That is the end of Granville's turn, so now it is Bobo's turn. And he's going to smash one of the other bandits now. Well, hopefully he is if he hits them. Oh, nice, a 16. Yep, so that is one more bandit that has been slashed. Never to bother people on the roadside again. That's it, exactly. Granville and Bobo making the world a safer place. So back up to their turn. 2 of them are dead. That leaves 2 of them. One is going to fire at me, and one of them is going to fire at Bobo. Right, the one that fires at me gets an 11, so it misses. And the one that fires at Bobo gets a 3, so it misses. I think we're going to make mincemeat of these, hopefully, now. So it's another whack with a quarterstaff. Nice. 11 plus 4, that's 15. Let's roll some damage. Oh, yes. 7 points of damage. Gone. Done did. I've just been alerted on the chat that says that this is when one of them pulls out a whistle. Yeah, this is just the entree, is it? We're waiting for dessert to come flying through the forest. Right, Grandboy's going to try and attack the last one now. Oh, poor Granville. He's been overexcited. It doesn't work. He misses them. Right, the last bandit is going to try and step forward and attack Granville for that. Cocked. Let's try again. Oh no, he misses. Right, so I am going to try and glory hog and kill this last thing that Granville has been fighting. Well, Bobo's been fighting. And that'll do it. That's a 12. So yes, that's fine. So let's roll some damage. Let's put some hurt on this thing. 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh, just enough to see them shuffle off this mortal coil. Crack the head open like a watermelon. Whack, whack. No more. Just before their head bursts open, you can see this brass whistle being slowly raised up to the, like, bullet time being raised up to the lips. Just before they can get it inside. Gone. Well, Bobo, I think we better leave. We better go right now. And they head off. And they head off into the forest now to try and find this dungeon. So let's find out. I'm going to roll a few rolls here and find out just exactly what this dungeon is like. Loot. Yes, okay, loot. Let's have a see if we think they've got anything worthwhile. So I will roll odds and evens. Odds, they've got jack crap on them. And evens, they have some loot, possibly. Oh, it's an evens. They do have loot. It was worth attacking them. Oh, good. Right, let's see what they get here then. Let's roll a D100. They get a 5. Right, what is that? On fire pit, page 4. Right, we find a pile of burned wood and ash that lies on the floor and smells of smoke that's lingering around. It would be the fire pit that these bandits have been warming their hands on. Let's have a find now, just exactly what we find in there. Roll a d4, it says. Pull out the caltrop, see what happens. Oh, we get a 4. Some glowing embers easily seen in the dim light. The sound of laughter hangs in the stale air. Ooh, ominous. Ooh, let's hope it's not a portent for what's to come. We'll find out soon. Okay. Right, let's find out what's going to happen now. What sort of dungeon-ified area that we find these in. So it's a relatively new dungeon. Like that matters. Oh, look, look at these fine architectural features of this dungeon. Said no dungeon delver ever. But let's see. Apparently, it's only 2 years old. Now, something going off in my head at this point about a 2-year-old dungeon. Like, who's built this? Surely this is a trap. But then again, Granville isn't the brightest of sparks. So that doesn't seem to bother him that this place looks like it was virtually thrown up yesterday. Right, let's see how many rooms we're going to have in this dungeon. 5 rooms, it says. A pop-up dungeon. Right, 5 rooms in the dungeon. Let's find out what the original purpose of this dungeon is even. 45. It was originally a mine. God, they must have bored out this mine really quick if they've abandoned it within 2 years. Or maybe they dug too deep. Mind you, how can you dig too deep when it's only a small dungeon that's 5 rooms? Maybe the crust of the earth is very thin at this part. They didn't have to dig very much before they managed to drop through the earth's mantle. Well, we can roll to see who built it as well. Let's find out. 43. It was originally built by a warrior as a monument. So, a warrior builds a dungeon mine as a monument. That's pretty mind-blowing. Why is it still not being used as a mine? Let's find out. The builders were wiped out by magical experiments. It just keeps getting better. So, a mighty warrior builds a mine as a standing monument to himself. But as it's being built, he uses magic to try and build it quicker. But unfortunately, it manages to kill everybody who's building it. You know, that almost seems too brilliant a backstory for something that is just an incidental adventure. But there you go. Oh, I'm being asked, has anybody seen The Descent? Let's find out what the entrance looks like. 33. Well, the entrance is below water. Fantastic. We'll have to squelch through the water. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful before we can get in. That is going to be like just complaining about dampness. Right. Let's see what rooms we have. Right, so the first room is a corridor. The second room is a corridor. It's just going to be one long corridor. Like they just gave up. They couldn't be bothered to think about anything else to build. Building corridors is easy, lads. 6. The next room is a stairway. Right. Room number 4 is a corridor. Corridor, corridor, stairway, corridor. Do we think there might be another pattern? It might be another corridor or another stairway. So what's room number 5, the last room, going to be? 3, it's actually a room. That worked out quite well, didn't it? Right. So doors in this room. Let's find out if there's any doors in this room that's by itself. There is one door coming from the corridor. Now, is this door locked or not? Let's have a see. 5, the door's locked. Oh, great. Those hipsters selling those jeans, as has been mentioned on the chat here, really are making people work hard to buy those jeans. Right, let's find out what's inside this room. Oh, there's a creature. Oh, no, it says none. Well, I'm going to put a creature in there anyway. What I'll do is I'll roll one for each of the corridors, perhaps. So there's none in the first corridor. 5 creature in the second corridor. Creature in jeans. Anything in the stairway? There's a creature in the stairway. If we get too many creatures, we might just bypass some of these. Trap. Trap in the corridor. And we've already put a creature in the room, so let's have a look. Traps, 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 traps. Let's roll to see what sort of trap this is. Spears. Spear trap. Right. Right, I believe we have generated a dungeon there now, so we have corridor, corridor, stairway, corridor, room. Let's quickly draw that out now. Right. Okay, corridor, starting here. I don't want a token, I want a field over there. Number 1 corridor. Slightly change the colour there. Number 2 corridor. Stairway now. There's the stairs. Another corridor coming off there. Right. And then a room. With 1 door, which is there, so let's put a door there. There's a door into the room, which is locked, supposedly. Right, and I think we said there was supposed to be a creature on the stairs. Now in the second corridor. And there's supposed to be a creature at the top of the stairs. There we go, and we'll also put a creature in the room there. There we go. Apparently my first card better. There we go. Let's just zoom in there a little bit. He says. Right, better put a character each for me and Bobo. Right, so that's Bobo and Granville. Okay, now I just have to remember and see how far these can walk. I think Granville can probably walk further than the dwarf. The dwarfs are not dwarf. There's no dwarfs here. Gnomes have a walking speed of 25 feet, and Granville has a walking speed of 30 feet. That works out well because Granville will just continue to use him as a meat shield, a human shield, so that's okay there then. Right, so back to my encounters. Let's have a see here. Let's find out just exactly which monsters they will encounter inside the dungeon. There's 2 monsters. Being asked, was there a rest? Yes, I'm going to say there was a rest before they got here. So I'm going to stick a long rest on them here. Take that long rest. Confirm. Somebody is hoping that we're going to find a beholder. I'm not, but okay. D100. Let's see. 6. Undead hunger. Too far down, I agree. Let's have a see here. 6. 5. How bad are these ghouls, seeing as it's saying that just one of them would be a tough encounter for us? Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at one ghoul there. That's fine by me. Right, what does it say that we get next? Right. We're nearly there. So we'll save. Create. There's a lot of undead in this finger. Alright. Alright, let's get into the map though. So that is a ghoul. And this is a zombie. I think it had a friend as well. Right. Okay. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet for me. 30 feet for Bobo. Oh, right. Let's see who gets the drop on the initiative. Monsters. Charlotte's initiative 6. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than the 6. Well, if we don't do better than the 6, we're doing badly, seeing as I've got +5. Only just squeaked it though, 7. I'll take it. Still one more in the initiative than it. Right, can't really do anything myself because I can't really see it when you look on there. Because I'm not round the corridor. But Bobo is, so we'll allow him to use his crossbow. So you ready? It's a longbow actually, sorry. So it's +3 to hit. Oh, that's a 6 +3, so that's 9. That isn't going to do anything. Right, I think then ghoul. That can move 30 feet. Okay, it's going to move up to us now, isn't it? It's going to engage Bobo. Let's see what it gets. It has bite or claws. Well, it'll probably try and claw him. With a +4 on there. Oh, the 21. Yeah, that'll hit. Right, so Bobo needs to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. I'll be paralysed for a minute. Wonderful. Constitution. +2 on his Constitution. Oh, he got 10, so +2, that makes it 12. So he isn't paralysed, but he will take the damage from its claws, which is 7 slashing damage. You swine. He didn't put all his health points back up. We'll put them back up anyway. For having a long rest. Oh, we're taking some down again now. Alright, what am I going to do here? Girl's got its goal, my goal. Going to move him on the map. Just to here. Alright. See if I can whack it with a quarterstaff. Great, can't see the dice under there. 4 + 4 = 8. God, this ghoul is one slippery undead. Slippery undead. Right, Bobo will have his next goal then. +4 to hit him. The zombies aren't joining in because they're in the bottom of the stairwell. Maybe they'll join in next session. So what is that? 7 + 4. I think it's just going to be under its armour because I think that ghoul has an armour of 12. Oh, that is gutting. Ghoul's next goal then. It's going to try and bite them. Try and bite Bobo. Let's hope it doesn't hit him. Oh, it doesn't. That's fortunate. Right. Let's hope this turns out a bit better than last time. Well, that's 9 plus 4, that's 13. That is enough to hit it. Let's roll some damage on it. Oh, 4 damage. It's better than nothing. Right. Bobo, do thy worst. I believe it's a plus 4. I'll have to try and remember that next time. Yeah, plus 4 to hit. Yeah, I can use. I'm being told I can use the Beyond to roll damage, but unfortunately, I don't have anything open to display the Beyond on. I think. I'll have a check. Didn't do it last time. Oh, it's done it. Longball 4. Well, he wasn't doing his longball, so that's just as well then, isn't it? I'll roll it. 18. That'll hit it. That'll do 7 damage to it. Right, now it's a ghoul's turn. It's going to try and attack me now that it's seen me move up to it and me try and attack it. So it's going to try and bite Gramble, but it will do so at disadvantage. 18. 2 18s at disadvantage. Maybe I should have rolled it on the finger. I can't even use Arcane Deflection or anything like that because it will still be over what Arcane Deflection would help me out with, I think. It's a +2 bonus. Dang. That's painful. That is 9 damage. 23. Do I have shield as a spell? I don't think I do, actually. No, no shield. Yeah. Okay. Right, my go again. Hellish Rebuke. Is it time for a Hellish Rebuke? I don't think I can do that because I'm in melee. If I try to do a Hellish Rebuke, that's the problem. What could I do in melee? I could do a Green Flame Blade, that's right. Or I could do Shock and Grasp. Yeah, Shock and Grasp would be quite good, wouldn't it? Let's Shock and Grasp this thing. Nine. God, this ghoul's hanging around like a bad smell. No, that ain't going to do any good. Right. Hopefully you can do a bit better than I did there, Bobo. Oh, he gets a 19, so he can do. So he's going to whack a 7 damage on this thing. Have that. Right, ghoul's next go. He's going to try and attack me again. They got a 9. And what else did it get? And a 14, so he got a 9, so it doesn't manage to hit me this time. Right, okay. Spells. It's part of the action used to cast. Yeah, that's no good. Let's shocking grasp it. Let's see if this shocking grasp turns out any better than the last one. No, it doesn't. It turns out with an 11 against an armor class of 12, so that sucks. Right, Bobo, finish him off for me. Oh, not a chance there. 4+4. Oh, my heart aches. Let's see what this ghoul can do. Can try and bite me again. 5. Nope. Right. Let's just see how naff. No, you know what? I'm not even going to try and shocking blast it this time. I'm just going to try and hit it with a quarterstaff. Even though technically they're both +4 and it shouldn't make a blind bit of difference. And it hasn't made a blind bit of difference. It's an 8. I think Granville is scared, properly scared of this ghoul. He doesn't like the undead. He's leaving all the heavy lifting to Bobo. "16, yay! Bobo has managed to kill this pretty much single-handedly. It's Bobo the Brave. Somebody suggests that Granville is the biggest pussy in the dungeon, so there's no need to go and save the cat. No, it would appear not. Right. Done. Right. Okay. Onwards then. Let's see what we can do about these zombies now that the ghoul has been dispatched. 25 feet for me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, and let's not forget there was a trap in here, so we'll have to do something with that. It was a spear trap, wasn't it? Oh, we're supposed to try and loot the ghoul now. Let's see how we go with that. Four. Shatterland. Already 6. A spell scroll of expeditious retreat. That's not bad, is it? What is a ghoul doing round with one of them? I don't know. Maybe it didn't really mean to attack us. Maybe it was just wandering towards us, holding this spell scroll out in front of it, trying to tell us, "Can you read this?" But it couldn't say anything. Yes, it's been suggested that a ghoul could possibly use it as bog roll. Nicely done. Okay. Actually, those are the wrong way around, aren't they? Rambo should be here. And Bobo should be further along because he's got more of the movement. There we go, that's more like it. Right. Towards the steps for our next turn. Oh, look at this. In the bottom of the footwell, there are these zombies. Oh. Could we try and pretend that they're like Daleks and they're too stupid to use steps? So they just keep shuffling forwards. And the feet never actually come up because they're just shuffling. All that happens is they're just shuffling against this bottom step. Oh! Oh! They can't actually make their way up the stairs. They're just stuck at the bottom of the steps. All right. In that case, then, what I will do is I think I will. Yeah, no, we'll stay true to the spirit of the adventure and we'll see what happens. Is that the right one? Oh, zombies. 2 zombies. Yes. Right, let's roll their initiative. Oh, 18. These are very self-aware zombies. Apparently, they don't like the fact that we've interrupted them playing dice at the bottom of the steps against the bottom of the steps. Oh, look at that. Nat 20. 25. Do you really want a nat 20 on initiative, though? You want it in combat, don't you? Somewhere where you can do some extra carnage. Never mind. Right. Zombies at the bottom of the stairs. What am I going to do with them? Let's have a see. I'm going to Eldritch Blast them. Yay! Eldritch Blast. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So let's see that now. Well, it hit, didn't it? Let's roll some damage. Please don't tell me that was a 1 for damage. It would appear so. I've done 3 damage. I think I've hurt the pride more than anything else. Getting hit with that. I'm not stood next to them. I've got a comment here saying, disadvantage if you are stood next to them. I'm not. I'm stood at the top of the steps. They're stood at the bottom of the steps. Right. Bobo's going to fire his longbow at them. I think his longbow is +3, as I remember. Got a 10. Is that enough for zombies now, as I remember? They don't have a very high armor class. Yes, that is enough. Okay. 5 damage to that zombie. Now it's the zombie's turn. Okay, now they are going to shuffle up the stairs. So we'll assume they shuffled up to the top of the stairs and they're going to engage us in combat. Right, so one of them will attack me. But it will do it at disadvantage because Bobo is stood next to it. Oh, 12. So that would still hit. So what I'll do is I'll whack on my arcane deflection. It won't hit. So that one is missed. And the other one is now going to try and attack Bobo then. Oh, that is a heck of a slam from a zombie. This must be like a swole, beefy zombie. It's like the Eddie Hall of zombies. Oh, it's just slamming. Poof. And that does 4 bludgeoning damage to Bobo. Poor Bobo. Poor Bobo is pretty wounded. Although he has rested, so he will be able to whack a second wind on there at some point, hopefully. As long as we do enough damage to these damn zombies. Seeing as it's my turn now. Okay. No. They're in close contact with me now, aren't they? So, shocking grasp. 18, that'll hit. And 6 damage. Yeah, +2 though. 6 damage +2. I don't know why it just gave us the 6 because there's a +2 on there for the Eldritch Blast. So it's actually 8 damage. Right. So it's +4 for Bobo to hit, isn't it? Oh, dang. Come on, what are you going to get, Bobo? What are you going to get? Well, he's going to get a 24, so that's an actual crit. It's not perfect. So he would have done 7 damage. He's done 14 damage. Die, die, die! That is done. Dead Zombo. Which leads one Zombo to attack. That is going to try and slam me now, seeing as it managed to slam the other guy last time. But it's at disadvantage because Bobo is dodging and weaving. Oh, but it's consistent. This Eddie Hall of zombies, he's going to slam, body slam, just like pick this dwarf up and super dwarf. He's not a dwarf. He's small. He's smaller than a dwarf. He's a gnome. He's a forest gnome. Maybe he's a fat forest gnome. Maybe that's why people think he's a dwarf. I'm just going to pick him up and suplex him on the ground. Ah! Which would do 4 damage to him. Do not like that. You know what? Could Hirsch Rebuke, but I don't want to do that. Don't want to waste the spell slot. Right, okay. Right. Oh, what am I going to do? Yes. I'm just going shocking grasping. Hopefully. That is not a shocking grasp. A zombie. Let's roll some damage. 2 damage. Really firing it out here. Knocking this damage out of the park. Oh, no. That was wrong. It was supposed to go to 15 health, not 15. Take 15 damage off. That was a bit optimistic, wasn't it? Alright, so let's put him back up to where he was. There we go. Right, Bobo. Show this dwarf how it is. He's not a dwarf. Stop calling me a goddamn dwarf! That'll hit a zombie. Good. Alright, 7 damage to that zombie. Back up to the next combat round. Ugh. Smash! Oh, yes. A 20. We like that. So, double damage. So, 6 damage onto whatever we do here. Just as well, because that was a 1, so that's 7 plus 2, 9 damage to it. Oh, that's enough to take it out. In your face, swollen zombie. Right. Okay. Second wind for my compatriot here. Let's hope it rolls high. Oh, it rolls an 8. That's not bad. Okay. So 8 back onto his damage. Heal 8. Oh, heal 8. There we go. Apply changes. Right. Yeah, I believe it is time for a short rest now that we can look down this corridor. Right, let's roll these. An 8. Okay, so that was one of his hit die that he's used there. And 2, so he gets 10 back for that. Can you heal 10 onto that? Add one, yeah, 10. Heal 29. Short rest. So those 2 slots we use, so he's on 29 out of 32. Sackett will roll a wizard one as well. So he gets a 5, so he's back up to full health. Right. Back onto the map. No more zombies. Gone. Gone. Right. So, diagonally moving, as we were told in our last session. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh no, a trap. We'll have to do a dexterity save with him. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, I can roll that on finger counter. Here. Dex save. Plus 2. 11 plus 2, I would say that a trap would have had a dex save of 14, so that is just under. But what I can do is I can use my arcane deflection to add plus 4 to a saving throw. Yeah. Or a plus 4 bonus to a saving throw. Right. Well, then I can't use. That's fine. So that doesn't do him any damage. don't think a passive perception of 10 would be enough to spot the trap. Just been asked if passive perception would have done it, but I don't think a passive perception of 10 would have done it. Just to stay true to the thing, I think he's stupid enough to actually step on a trap. Fortunately, he's managed to get over that trap. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh. Right, next turn will take us to this locked door. I can get rid of the trap, that's gone. I don't think that they have any Tinker's tools or anything like that. So, intelligence at disadvantage to try and open the door is probably what it would be. First roll is 8. Let's roll again. Oh, I wish it was the second roll, but at disadvantage it was 8. Oh, that was a saving throw, actually. I have been told, yes, that is true. Rolled on the wrong thing. The intelligence will be here. There we go. Right, 16, and roll at a disadvantage. Yeah, roll again. Can't see what that is under there. It will tell us in one moment. 11. How generous are we feeling? Is an 11 going to open this door? I'll tell you what, I'll roll a d6. And I will say, on an odds, that is enough to open it. Well, no, on odds it doesn't open. On an even, it will open. I've just been told the door's actually locked. They're just opening it. The door's actually opening. They're just locking it. Oh no, it won't open it. That isn't good enough. I'm told a DC 14 is considered doable, but I didn't get a 14. I got an 11 at disadvantage. So that wouldn't have opened it. What we can have is Bobo push Granville aside and try it himself, because he probably can't do any worse. Oh, he got a 13 at disadvantage. You know what, I'm going to say that in this instance. Granville's going to try and claim that it is like opening a jar of sauce and he has helped. You know, it just needed that last push. I loosened it for you. So the door swings open. Da, da, da. On edge. Let's have a look. What is in there now that the door has swung open? That is like no cat I have ever seen. It's a freaking manticore. Roll initiative. Oh no! That is 2. Plus 5, 7. So the manticore has actually beat them, even with that sucky initiative. Gosh dang. Tell you what, it's a good job that Bobo is next to him. Manticores are pretty intelligent, so it's going to... Well, no, they're not that intelligent. They have a cruel cunning, it always says. Let's have a see here. What is it going to do? It's going to try and fling a tail spike at me to begin with its first attack, I think. Six would miss. We'll do it at disadvantage anyway in case it fumbles. No, it misses with its tail spike. Right, it's going to move up then. So there. And now that it's tried to attack, it's going 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws or tail spikes. So let's see what it does there. It does an 8. Or it does a 20, so fortunately it did an 8. Otherwise that would have been bad. And then 1 with its claw, it does a 14. Or a 13. So I will use my arcane deflection this time, which means that I can only use a cantrip next time. But what am I going to do for my turn now? Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Magic Armor, which takes 1 action. So that will put my AC up to 13, plus my Dex mod, which is plus 2. So that is an AC of 15. So I have an AC of 15 now. That is my action for the turn, because I can't do anything else. It takes 1 action to stick that up. But Granville can have an attack. Sorry, Bobo can have an attack. Don't think that's enough. Oh, it is. It's enough for the Manticore's armor, so that will do 7 damage there. Okay, the Manticore's probably quite peeved about that. So, what it will do... That's a ranged weapon, so now this time it has to use bad claws. Right, let's see what it can do with its claw. So it misses Bobo with its bite. It misses it with its claw. Oh, it hits poor Bobo with its claw, so it does 6 damage. Right. My go now. Well, I could only do a cantrip anyway because I used Arcane Deflection last time, so what I'll do is I'll try and Shocking Grasp it. Not like that, you want some. 2 plus 4 equals 6. I can definitely feel that Bobo is getting a most valuable player at the end of this. Oh, he gets a 10. No good, it's no good. Right, the Manticore is going to attempt to try and spread the love now, so he's going to try and attack me this time, so it will try and bite me first. 17, but what would it get at disadvantage? Oh, 16. But I now have an armor of 15, which I can whack another Arcane Deflection on, which means that it won't hit me with that bite. But it can try and attack me twice with the claws. Oh, that claw is going to hit. And is that a claw a crit? I think that'll cause a crit, so that'd be like 12 damage. Oh, dang. And the next one. Oh no, it's at disadvantage. So an 8 it won't hit, fortunately, so that first attack missed. Right, let's roll again. 19. Let's roll it at disadvantage. 6, which is a fumble. Yes! So it doesn't actually manage to hit me. I managed to make it through that attack round. Right, I can use a proper spell this turn now, if I want to. What would Hex do to this? I think Hex is probably useful. Oh yes, I use my deflections as I've been told here. So yes, I use my arcane deflection. I can only use a cantrip again. These cantrips really aren't paying off, are they? Right. Oh no, Bobo's flat out missed it. Right, it's pretty mad at me because it didn't manage to get any attacks in last time, so it's going to try and wail on Gramble again. 24, but let's see what the cantrip does. 10, so it misses with disadvantage. Claw. 10. Or 22, so we got a 10, so it would have missed. And then second attack with the claw. 25, so crit. Let's hope it doesn't get another crit again. Got 23, so that time it will hit with the claw, so it will do 6 damage to myself. Well, to Granville, let's say. Right, so he didn't need to use Arcane Deflection this time because there was no point using Arcane Deflection. So, let's have a see. I could actually use a spell if I wanted, but that would probably do it. Yeah. Let's try and hex this bad boy. You place a curse on a creature you can see. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 whenever you hit it with an attack. Yeah, let's use it. Okay, so it has been hexed. There's an extra 1d6, isn't it, when we hit it, necrotic damage. And you deal. Oh, so I can't make Bobo deal it. That's a bit unfair, but never mind. Okay, one ability when you cast this spell. What ability? Yeah, I'll make it disadvantage on its strength. Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll make it disadvantage on strength. And Hex is a bonus action, yes, so I can still use an action on it. Let's whack it one, hopefully. Not with a 2, I don't think. Or 7 plus 4, 11. No, that's not going to do any good. Right, Bobo. Boom. Go for it. Oh, that will hit, so 7 damage on that thing. Right, Bobo has made this thing mad now. Somebody's putting learn to fight. Damn it, Granville. Yes. So the bite will hit Bobo. I should have probably given him finger, shouldn't I? Used his second wind last time. In fact, I'm going to try and shield his body. I'm going to try and step forward and take any more of the other hits. Seeing as Bobo has done the same for me now that he's looking pretty tanked there. So I will try and take the claw attack. So 13 wouldn't hit my armour anyway. That would hit, but that's at disadvantage, so we'll take the 13. Because Bobo's still standing, so he can still... God blimey, rolling crits for fun here. Let's hope this next one isn't as good. 23, so yes, I will take 6 damage off the thing. Right, my go now. People in the chat are saying that Bob Granville has played up his military service. Yes, probably. He was probably a chef. Probably cooking. Because he doesn't seem to be very good at wizarding. He's not doing that well here. Right. Arms of Heldor. Yes, I'll cast the Arms of Heldor on it. In a second pack slot there. Arms of Hadar, yeah, Arms of Hadar. Let's try and whack that on it. So it has to make a strength saving throw, and it has to do that at disadvantage. I got 15 on both of them. Oh, right. Honestly, it takes half damage, but suffers no other effect. Half of 2d6. It's 2! It takes 2 damage. Well done. Good use of the spell slot there. Dang. Well, I'm being told that strength check, disadvantage on strength checks. Let's have a check there. Not saves. Ability checks. Yeah, so it's an ability check, not a save. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it got 15 twice, so it would have passed it. That's good to know. Right. Bobo. Hack and slash it, my friend. Yeah, well, Bobo is going to use his second wind now. So he gets 8 back on his second wind. So that puts him up to 11 health now. Oh, it's been suggested in the chat that Bobo could attempt to grapple this thing. So he gets a 17. Let's see what this thing gets. It gets a 6. That's useful. What will grapple do now? Yes, Granville has taken damage since he cast Hex, and we haven't rolled any concentration checks. That's all we've been telling there, so oops. Bad man. Well, they would have been 10 anyway, so let's roll and see if he would have got a concentration save. Let's see if the spell is still up. Oh no, Hex has dropped. So that's not good. Dang. Well, it's grappled now. So if it tries to attack, it will be attacking with disadvantage, but it has disadvantage on me as well anyway. It can try and break the grapple next time, I guess. Right. So probably what it would try and do in this turn is it would try and break Bobo's grapple, but it's at disadvantage. So it's got an 8. He gets a 16. So it's all good in the hood. Still grappled. Right, onto my go. No. Yes, onto my go now. Seeing as it's grappled, I don't think it will get an attack of opportunity, so I can actually move back from it, which should allow me to use a few more spells. But if I move here, I'm still within 5 feet of Bobo there, so I still get his protection, his defense action. So I'll move it there. What will I try and do now? I've used all my Warlock slots. I'll try and Chromatic Orbit, I guess. Yeah, we'll just go over to Chromatic Orb. We'll see where that does any good. Oh, that's a 19. God, my heart beat a bit faster than I thought that was a 1. Oh, right, so that'll hit it. 10 damage. Finally, some damage worth doing. I'll have to mark that off on my spell slot, though. Alright. And then Bobo is going to take another swing at it. Oh, no, he's not. He's got it grappled. So what he's going to try and do is try and shove it to the ground. So he gets a 17. And the thing he gets... You know what it does? A 6. Although I'm just being told that it's actually too large for Bobo to grapple at the moment because of its monstrous size, him being small. What do I want to do about this? I'll tell you what, I'll roll a d6. If it's a 1, it breaks. If it's an odd, the grapple is broken because it's just too large for him to hold on. And if it's even, it's a grapple of his life. Oh no, it breaks the grapple. It breaks the grapple. It got a 3, it broke the grapple. So it's free from the grapple now. So it's going to attempt to fling a tail spike at me. That will be a disadvantage. So I've got a 9. And then it's going to try and bite poor Bobo now. 16, so that will do that. That's a 7 on Bobo, 7 damage for him. Yeah, now it's bit him. And what it'll do is, yeah, it'll try and claw him as well. Oh, it hits him. So that's 6. That is Bobo down. Man down! Man down! Right. We're getting a TPK. Somebody's cheering on for a TPK here. Is there anything I can do? What does false life do? Oh no, it's feather fall. Ignore that. Let's have a look on false life. So, self. One action. Oh, can I give him? Can I give him false life? All right. This is not looking great because there's no more disadvantage for that when it's trying to attack me. So I think that might possibly be. Yeah, I thought that it was targeting self, false life. I was wondering whether I could spin the narrative a bit. Ah, right. Let's pick Bobo up. 5 feet. Yeah, but gnome carrying gnome, I'm going to have to dash and still only do 25 feet worth of movement. I'm being told that apparently, as he is my half brother, even though I hate to acknowledge it, that possibly I could try and cast false life on him. Go on, let's stick some false life on poor Bobo and try and drag him back up to his feet. It's a 1. It's a 5. We'll drag him back up to his feet. He's starting to look a little bit greener than he did. When giving him false life wasn't a good idea, seeing he actually isn't a warlock. Yeah, the chat here is telling me this isn't a good idea, that I can't really false life him. What do I want to do? Alright, I'll pick him up. And I'll move 25 feet with him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That would technically count as a dash. Still, the cat is going to follow us. Expeditious retreat. It's a bonus action as well. Right, see if I can actually do this. Right, yes, let's use Expeditious Retreat to try and yeet it a little bit. So it lasts up to 10 minutes. So I can move an extra 25 feet. I'm going to need it. Yeah, put that back to where it was. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10. Now we need to go up the steps. 15, 20, 25. This thing can fly 50 feet, but can only walk 30. I'm going to say that the corridor is not large enough for it to spread its wings in. Oh yeah, so I wouldn't move 25 feet in the expeditious retreat. I would move, because I'm still carrying Bobo, so half of 25 feet would be 12 and a half feet. I'm going to call it 15 feet. So he was here, and he moved 5 to pick him up, and then he dashed, which would make that 20 feet. 20, and he can move 15 feet. 5, 10, 15 to the stairs. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, next turn. Keep running. Actually, roll a death save for Bobo as well. There's a pass. That's 1 death save saved. Right. 45 feet total movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Being told 45 feet movement from my last turn on the chart, so let's see where that would have got us. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, it would have got us to where he was anyway, so there's nothing wrong there. We haven't gamed for advantage. He would have got to the same spot, so that's okay. So moving 45 feet again using that expeditious spell. So this thing can move 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You know, the only problem is when we get outside, there's still going to be a manticore that can fly. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and throw a chromatic orb at it again and hope it hits. That ain't going to hit, is it? That was a waste of chromatic orb, I think. 9, yeah. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bobo has to roll another death save. It's being argued whether this manticore can fly in here. I'm just telling you now. The DM says this manticore cannot fly in here. His wings won't open wide enough. It won't let open wide enough for it to fly. Right. Next death save for Granville. Granville is still alive. Next death save for Bobo. Oh, that's all right. That's 2. Right, did it move up yet? No, but it's going to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get off there. 25, 30. Can I see it? Can I see it? Yeah, I probably could see it just around the corner. I will try and whack another thingy at it. Use my last chromatic orb into its face. I think that's a 2. To be fair, I probably wouldn't be very good at casting magic whilst trying to shuffle along and carry a prone, nobbling warrior in my arms. So, last spell slot used. Eldritch Blast from now on. Right, outside. Right. This was in the forest. We're going to see if we can hide from this stalking manticore that's coming to get us. 5, 10. Well, there it is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, let's see. Stealth check. Now, if I was being real here, it would probably be at disadvantage in the fact that I'm carrying a prone warrior in my arms. What I'm going to try and say is that we are both very small. So I'm going to try and use the stature, the size, because usually size in D&D comes back to bite you on the backside. So what I'll do in this is I'll try and say, for this once it's going to do us some good. And we're going to try it and just roll it at normal to see if we can hide. So a stealth. Oh my lord, a stealth of 6. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. That manticore can still see us. But I'm going to use my movement to say that we did move further out into the wood. So like 45 feet. We're in the woods. Yay! Right, so in wood, we would be in cover. So I think, and that would be hard cover, so we can add +5 for full cover to make it easy to our AC. And to be fair, it is only going to be able to fling tail spikes. So I have an armor. Yeah, so it's going to hit me with that one tail spike. Let's see if it hits with another. No, it doesn't. Let's see if it hits with the last one. No, it doesn't. So it hits with one tail spike. Right, I'm going to use my Hellish Rebuke on that now. So it has to make a dex save of 12 as a reaction. So let's see what it does. No, it doesn't manage it, so I can actually use my Hellish Rebuke on it. Oh, no spell slots. No spell slots. Can't use it. Can't use it. Nice idea, won't work. Okay. I tried to do a Hellish Rebuke, but all that happens is I just stutter and mumble something to myself. Oh, nothing happens. Just inertia, exhaustion. Dang. Right, I'll try and hide again on my turn then, because that's pretty much all that I can do. Well, actually, I could probably... Yeah, I could fling an Eldritch Blast in its face and then try and run and hide a bit more. 9 plus 4 is a 13, so that isn't going to do any good. Yeah, that doesn't hit it. Right. So it will attempt to fling more of these in its face, more tail spikes at me. That misses. That misses in hardcover. And I've got 15 plus 4. I'm being told it's in cover. It's not in cover. That's flying above the trees. So as we are in the woods, it is flying above the trees. I would still have enough range with my Eldritch Blast of 240 feet. So it's not in cover. I can shoot up at it because it's hovering directly overhead at us, trying to fling these tail spikes down at us. But it wouldn't matter anyway because I didn't get enough to hit it anyway. So that's academic. Right. I think it is the Bourbon's last death save now, though, to see whether he stabilises. Let's roll it. Oh, he's out of the woods, but we have to roll 1d4 to see how many hours that he is unconscious for. He's unconscious for 2 hours. Right, I'm going to try and prop Bobo down by the side of the tree. I know I'm not. I'm going to keep holding him. I'm going to try and hide again with my turn to see whether I can actually stealth out the woods here and hide. I hate to tell you people that cat was a manticore. It was a wicked trick by Captain Jack. Right, so 21 for hiding. Yes. If you can cast your mind back to The Hobbit, no, The Lord of the Rings, sorry. We'll just try and pretend the Hobbit movies aren't there. The Lord of the Rings, where they're being chased by a ringwraith that has managed to track them all the way from Mordor to the Shire, but suddenly because they dip underneath a wood, it's fine now. They can't find these hobbits anymore. It's the same thing with a manticore. I dip into the bulb underneath a tree, and this manticore cannot find us anymore, and just flies off to look for its next victim. So we're just hiding in this wood, terrified for our own lives, and very, very embittered that we have been sent down to try, for all intents, rescue, in inverted commas, a cat that turned out to be a manticore. So we managed to escape just about with our lives. Well, Bobo escaped just about with his lives. I've taken a fair whacking and on 13 hit points now. We managed to avoid the total party kill. It looked a bit dicey in places there. That spell scroll of Expeditious Retreat that we managed to find on the ghoul, that was lucky. That was really lucky. That really helped us out of a pickle there. Otherwise, even trying to yeet it out of there, we would have been chomped on by that finger. Right, and I think that is where we're going to leave that adventure now. With these two. This gnome and his goblinoid companion stuck in the bulb at the bottom of a tree, hiding with their pants wet from peeing themselves in sheer fright and terror, waiting for his friend to come round, and obviously taking a long rest there as well, and hoping that nothing comes in the night to try and chomp them to pieces, such as wolves or dire wolves. So they're going to be terrified, absolutely frightened to bits. it's being mentioned on the chat that cold cotton kills. They're just going to have to huddle together for the body heat, even though they are half brothers. They'll just never have to mention what happens in the woods, stays in the woods. To be fair, for the next 2 hours, Bobo wouldn't even know if he was being used as a human hot water bottle. And considering he's been used as a human meat shield throughout the entire adventure, it's not that much of an indignation, really, is it? Right. Well, thank you, everybody who has watched. I do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed watching this, please tell somebody else so they can try and enjoy watching it. I am most appreciative to the guys here in the chat for help steering me in the right direction when I didn't get something right. So I'm very thankful for pointing out things such as you can't use that spell slot, or that's not how this works. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. I'll try and bear that in mind next time and not make as many obvious errors. Apparently, Granville and Bobo owe their lives to the chatters, so okay, fair enough. Thank you. Thank you for helping us avoid a total party kill. Although, to be fair, from your point of view, I imagine it would be more amusing if they'd been wiped out. Although it wouldn't be much of an experiment to see whether you could play Dungeons & Dragons as a solo adventure if you got wiped out in the second session. Oh, I'm not sorry for rules lawyering. It helped to keep the adventure straight. It kept it on the straight and narrow, and can't have people saying that we fudged it too much. So yes, we'll keep them alive at the base of this tree, terrified, weary, probably hungry, in shock at the fact that they thought they were going to retrieve a cat, but instead it was a giant manticore. Also, I am quite surprised that at least one of the chatters this week didn't mention the Steely Dan reference that was slipped in there. Managed to get that one under the radar. I thought it would have been picked up. We'll let the person watch it back and see if they can pick it up at a different time. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. And I'll see you next week. We'll have to think of a way of how these poor, frightened adventurers can manage to turn this into a victory, because let's face it, that is the type of guy that Granville is. Takes a kicking, but still tries to pretend that he's won. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye for now. See you next week, everybody. Thanks a lot.